Welcome to another AMA with Kadena Project Network. In this episode, we'll be speaking with the team from Kadena Mushrooms. This conversation was recorded on October 19th, 2022, live on Twitter Spaces. The views and expressions in this AMA do not represent the views of KPN directly and are not to be considered as financial advice. Please make sure to do your own research on the projects presented. Also make sure to follow our account to be alerted of new uploads. Now let's get started. Enjoy. Welcome to another AMA with Kadena Project Network. Today we are speaking with Kadena Mushrooms, a very unique NFT project coming out that I am awesome to be able to learn more about and very excited. So why don't we start it off with just give yourself a quick introduction. I always like to find how you got into crypto in general and then a brief description of what the project's about. So take it away.
All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting. So, first of all, I started this project by this. I didn't start it. This is a kid that I knew. He's son of my parents' friends, and it was a random night. We went. Me and my parents. We went to have dinner at his house with his parents, obviously. He has 16 years old, and I am 28. So basically, as I was waiting for the dinner to be ready and watching some TV in the living room, um, I he was like drawing something, like I think it was dragons, I don't know. And I asked him, well, do you like drawing? He said, yeah, it does. Yeah. And I immediately went and had the idea because I've been in crypto for a while now. I've been in crypto since 2018, not that much comparing to a lot of other people and developers and everything. But since I since I started, I always had like a dream, so to say, that I wanted to make my own collection and my own project. I don't know, but I never had the means to do it because I'm not a developer. I don't know how to code. So yeah, I asked him, well, would you be willing to? I started to explain him what crypto was and everything. I started to explain him how collections work, everything, and I asked him, well, do you do you want to do some draws and maybe, who knows, make some money or some kind of investment for you for you in the future, or to pay for something you want, I don't know. And he told me, yeah, sure, like what do I have to do, how do I do it, and everything. And it started like that, basically.
Awesome. Sounds very organic. It just like seems like
Yeah, yeah.
you came together at the right time in the right place, kind of thing. And what made it go down to the mushroom? Was that it just something, one of his drawings that you saw, or was it like was that something you guys came up with together? What was the inspiration behind the mushroom?
Honestly, I think it was just like randomly, because I went through, well, from that point on, I went like, so show me more of your drawings, because I wanted to see like if we had if we had potential to do something like more how do I say it, more like more nice, like designer wise, and I told him, well, show me what you got. So show me what kind of drawings do you have and stuff. And he went through his block. He had like a block of paper with a lot of drawings. And I saw this mushroom that you see today, but in very little. It was like very little, from very little. And I told him, yeah, we talked about it, and I saw the mushroom. It really got. I liked it. So I told him, well, would you like to make like some mushrooms with different stuff on him, like hats and everything, and like show me what you got, show me what you can do. And basically from there I would tell him ideas, he would try to make it. Obviously uh this is not like as you can see from what we have revealed already, it's not like something really good from a designer, from a professional designer, but it's I like it, and it's what he can make. So yeah.
I like the mushrooms. I think even though, like you said, they're not as like stylistic and crazy graphic drawings or anything like that. If you know the story, like you told, behind what they are and where they come from, it makes sense of why they look like that, and it kind of puts the focus on what the project is more about than the art itself. And it also shows too that like art is in the eye of the beholder. I myself find all of like the sneak peeks and stuff that you've put out awesome. I think the artwork is really great. Like it's on comparison to some of the artwork for other projects I've seen come out across other networks and even on Kadena. It's I wouldn't be scoffing at this at all. I think it's right up there and on par, and people will actually really enjoy it. So definitely well done on that. I see too that you guys have figured out quite a few different traits for these as well. So was that kind of like you said, was it just you coming up with like a list of ideas of like, I want to have like laser eyes or this kind of thing, and then just kind of gave it to him to draw individual pictures, which then you digitalized kind of idea?
uh, so first of all, yeah, thank you for the compliments on the art. And second, it was it we started doing it randomly. So as I said, I have been on the space for a while, and I know what some type of traits usually people use in collections. So I tried to tell him some things that I liked, but we always work together, and we are always speaking on Discord. I'm always like sharing the screen with him and stuff. And basically, I went like getting inspiration in other collections, and try to show him like usually we do this, and that kind of stuff. And but obviously there were some ideas that were his, and the other ones we tried to make, but it just simply didn't go well in a mushroom. Like there are some things you can't just fit in a mushroom, like. And sometimes we I gave him an idea, he did it, and then it it didn't pass forward. We just gotta delete it, and yeah, because it just doesn't fit on a mushroom. So that's basically it.
Now, you're going to be a very small run of only 300 NFTs. Now, I've noticed on some of your sneak peeks that, like, for instance, you have one with like a Halloween background and stuff like that that says favorite one of ones. Out of the 300, do you know exactly how many unique one of ones you're going to have? Because a lot of rarity hunters are really, that's the thing that drives them for minting, is trying to get those uniques. So just out of curiosity, how many of those are you looking at? And can you maybe say what some of them may offer? Like some projects do traits from other Kadena projects to like kind of show homage. Is there anything like that in there? Or what my idea was, are we going to see a Mario Brothers Toad themed mushroom?
Yeah, that's a nice question. Thank you. So basically, yeah, we have 300 mushrooms, and for now, so the finished yet. We were actually today. We were actually doing it all day, and we are almost finished. But for now, we have 11 one of ones, and we will have four special ones, which I think people will will enjoy it really, because they are something that I think no one has ever done before. But yeah, obviously we are always open to ideas and strategic partnerships. And obviously, if we had someone who would like to collaborate with us in for a really special one, like collaboration, we would love it. But for now we just don't have it yet. But we will see. Maybe from this MIA we can get some.
I was going to say I do see a few projects in the listeners. So if anyone wants to maybe reach out to Kadena Mushrooms, it sounds like there might be a little opportunity to get a little cross promotion and right built into NFTs, which is really cool. Now, as you said before, the revenue that's going to be generated from these NFTs that are going to be going back to the teenager that drew the pictures. Can you go a little bit more into depth about how the money that is being collected is going to be split and divided?
Yes, of course. We are really open about this because it's hard in the crypto world to have like to to make people feel that they are really investing in something legit. So we are really open about this, and we actually changed it because now it's 70% of sales will go to him, and the other 30% will be split throughout the holders. But yeah, that's basically it. So I'm not getting any money from this. I This is only for him, as I told you in the beginning. This started like an idea, and it was always just my dream to make a project like this. So I'm not helping him for that. So the 70% will go to him, and I will be responsible for get the other 30% throughout the holders. And we are actually trying to give more utility to the collection because it's hard to give it since we don't have any expertise developing and stuff. So it's hard to come up with ideas that give the project more utility. But yeah, that's basically it. So for now, it's the utility is the 30% for the hodlers, and that's basically it. Yeah, I'm just going to give the Kadena to him. I'm going to explain to him how it works. Actually, we have been talking about this because we are doing the drawings, and I'm helping him come up with the NFTs themselves one by one together. With Photoshop, because obviously everything is drawn by him, but we have to get it onto Photoshop and Illustrator and everything, and try to make the best of each NFT. And as we are doing it, I'm always trying to start to explaining him about crypto. Like how wallets work, how blockchain works, how everything works. So my advice to him since the beginning is that he keeps the 70% of sales, which I don't know how much would that be, but he keeps it, and he just autos it because Kadena is the future. So that's it.
Yeah, it's a really good idea because education and things like that's not going to get any cheaper going into the future, and a lot of people don't have money set aside for their education. I know I, growing up, did not have that. My aunt, when I was young, set up a fund for me and put money into it, like since I was born, kind of like for my birthdays and blah blah blah. But I ended up talking her into taking a bunch of it out early and spending it on like a dirt bike or something like that, which really ended up hurting me in the long run when I decided to go off to school. So with crypto too, especially like you were saying, if 70% of the funds are going to them, and if people don't know, it's going to be 10 KDA. I'm just reading through like things and listing off. 10 KDA is going to be the mint price. So that's 3,000 KDA for the 300 NFTs. That's 2,100 KDA for a kid growing up and going into school. So look, let's figure out 21 KDA. If it goes back up to its 21 or $20 price, that's $42,000 that this kid could use for school. And like, I know if I would have had that, I probably would maybe not be sitting here right now and maybe be like the CEO of a company
Yeah,
or something like that, like, and it's great to hear that this is something that is going to could eventually actually really change someone's life for the better. So one thing I could definitely maybe suggest for that, because the things that I did, I really regret spending the money early and not saving it for school, is maybe setting up the Kadena into a multi-sig wallet where you would also have a private key and he wouldn't be able to spend any of the KDA without both keys signing a transaction, kind of thing. Just a way to lock the crypto kind of into a hold for a while. Just one thing I was thinking of when you were saying of a way you could make sure that he saves onto it.
yeah. That's actually a good idea, but I don't, I never thought about it. But I don't want like people to think that I have a saying in that KDA, because I want people to know that it's for him. It's his, and it's up to him to do whatever he wants with it. And I'm always going to be here telling him, I think you should save it. I think you should do whatever, But I don't want to have like some kind of ownership of that. But it's definitely a good idea. And about what you were saying, it's gonna be if, a little bit less than 3,000, because we did a lot of free mints, so it's a little bit less, but still it's a lot of money, futurely speaking, obviously.
Oh yeah, it's still going to be, if things go well for Kadena and for him, it could definitely be life-changing money. Now let's flip over to from the 70% to the 30%. How exactly, if you can say, are you planning on distributing this back to the holders? Is there going to be like a incremental payout or like royalties or anything like that? Could you maybe explain your ideas for that?
Yes, of course. So as I said, we don't have any developing knowledge. So I and to give more utility to the collection, I have been thinking about the royalties go to the holders as well. So it would give the collection a little bit more utility. And yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, and we will give it when we finishing selling the 300. So I think that's the best way, because or maybe we will give it before. Yeah, we haven't figured that out yet, but yeah, that's basically our plan. We just want to make sure that it goes to the holders, and that's it.
So there's one aspect of NFT utility that I haven't really seen from too many other projects, and that is taking a portion of the funds that you raise from the sales of the NFTs and putting them into either an LP or something like that, for like maybe putting it into for liquidity on KD Swap or something like that for a coin, and then the money you get from the fee payouts for being a liquidity provider are then distributed amongst the NFT holders. That's something I see projects doing on like Elrond and other networks, where they take the Elrond and they stake it, and that gives them rewards, and then they split those between the users. That's just another thought that I could come up with of ways that you could do that. And I'm sure there's lots of people, even the people probably at KD Swap, that would be something that they could
Yeah,
possibly even help you with.
yeah. That's actually a very good idea. Yeah, that's actually a very nice idea. As you were speaking, I'm actually thinking about maybe make a vote in our Discord, and let people just choose whatever they want. But That's actually a very good idea. Yeah.
It's also a way to lock those funds onto a smart contract that everyone can see, everyone can track. It just opens up more visibility, and people know that you're not just going to take off with that 30% or whatever, you know, that it's locked in somewhere and it can't be pulled out. You could set dates on it, but like this is all stuff that you should probably first, like you said, maybe put polls in your Discord and set up kind of things like that, because
Yeah.
it's just a way I could see of a way of that money being able to work for you and for your community, and just benefits everybody that holds it.
No, yeah, that's actually a very nice idea. Yeah, because our goal is to obviously give the maximum transparency possible. So that would actually be a really nice idea. And as soon as I end this, I'm making a vote in our Discord, and let's see what people think. But I think that's a great idea. I think they will like it.
So you're still a ways off from your mint date. It says that, well, the 5th of November isn't, I guess, that far off, really, when you think about it, as we're almost all the way through October now. So as you're getting closer to that, I see since you chose Minted, that was probably because of the fact that you're not devs, as you said, and they have a very simple way of putting in all your stuff and putting in everything and doing it all pretty much for you, which is awesome. So going forward, after, say, you've put in the project and you've minted it and everything, you've made the funds, you've given the 70% to the kid or the teenager, sorry, and then you've locked in, say you lock in the 30% into a liquidity provider. Do you have any future plans for another, maybe if this goes really well and is really successful and people really get behind the idea of maybe trying to do this for other kids or fundraising or any other ideas? What do you see in the future?
Well, I have never thought about it, honestly. I've never thought about it, but if it goes well, if people enjoy the idea, because I actually had when you announced it earlier in the Twitter, someone commented saying that it was like another trash project and stuff, and that really pissed me off because they basically didn't read our purpose. And when they did, I tried to explain them like, look, this is not a rug, but it's more like a fundraising. All right, look at this like a fundraising. Instead of you fundraise something at the website and people do nothing, they just have like an idea, or sometimes they don't even have an idea, and you just give them money. At least at this way, Danny, it's his name, by the way, the teenager who drew it. Um, at least maybe he's doing something, like he's doing the drawings, he's putting in the work with me, and at least he's doing something to deserve that. It's not like a fundraising where people just give money for whatever reason. So basically, yeah, if it goes well, maybe, who knows, I can even start a website for people to list their ideas, and maybe work some developers with that are open to it. I don't know. Yeah, it's a great idea as well.
This whole idea of fundraising for for possibly like a kid's education or something, way I see it in the future is this work goes off really well, and 300 NFTs at 10 KDA, like 3,000, like a little bit less, like you said, for free mints, is not a huge amount of KDA when you're looking at other projects that are doing, 5 to 10,000 piece collections and asking for like 20 KDA a piece, like, so but it's enough that it's going to affect one person in a life-changing way, and that's really special, I feel. So I really hope to see this take off, and because like I said, education is very important, and making sure too, even if it's just teaching someone about crypto and getting them into that, even that's just as important too. So, but in the future, I could see, if this goes really well, like you said, maybe make a website and maybe set up where you have like a fund that people can like come to and make like a DAO, and people can come to you and say, hey, we need I want to send my kid to school, or I need money for, like, school books, something like that. Make it like an education-based fundraising system where, you can get other kids to submit, get other parents and stuff to submit their kids' drawings, turn them into NFTs, make a whole kind of philanthropy. Yeah, so hard saying that word. Charity business on top of a really cool idea of NFTs.
Yeah, it's a really good idea. It's a really good idea. Yeah. Um, let's see how it goes. But as you said, obviously there are a lot of collections out there which have a lot of NFTs, like 10,000 or something like that. But a lot of them do really have nice arts and designers which are working like constantly to make the best art possible. So when we thought about the number being 300, it was just like the number for me. It was like a good number for a collection, which would make it like rare in a way, because they are few of them, and because we had to put in the work to make the 300. Because although we are switching traits and everything, they are done one by one, so we think one by one. We think, let's see what are we going to put in this one, and we don't have the program from from certain developers like Hashlips and everything, which people just put in the traits, the background, and the program does it all, so we are really doing one by one, because they are 300, and that's why we came up with the supply being 300.
That's awesome. I really, I'm just kind of blown away of this whole idea and the whole project. And the first time I saw the mushroom, I knew people were going to be, oh, what's with this, kids drawing, this isn't an NFT. They expect, Bored Ape Yacht Club, or even like 3D renders nowadays and stuff like that. But that's not, it's not always about the art when it comes to NFTs. People have to realize that and look deeper into projects. Like you said, I did see the tweets that some of the person kind of attacking the project and saying, oh, just grade another one of these kind of thing. But without, I doubt that person ever even clicked or joined the Discord or really looked through like your Twitter or anything like that, and just kind of based it off of what it looks like. And that's really unfair. It's really, judging a book by its cover, but that's not really the whole story. And the whole story, I feel, is really beautiful and something that will really make a difference, not just for the kid's life, but possibly for you as well. And maybe, like I said, lead you down a path that maybe you weren't expecting to go in life with crypto and with NFTs. And just, I definitely applaud you for jumping in and taking the opportunity and taking the chance of doing this. And luckily, you have a great launch pad like Mintit and people behind you that can definitely help you lead the way and do it. And I can't wait to see really what happens. And I don't think you're going to have any problem selling 300 NFTs, especially at that price alone. It'll be definitely no problem at all.
Well, yeah, and Minted themselves, they have been great. A lot of communication. We talking on the Discord and stuff. I think they always will help with whatever you need. So, and we didn't, as I said, we don't have any developer knowledge, so that's why we choose it. But I don't know. Yeah, that's the type of comment that we had in your tweet today. That has been our biggest difficulty, because people just judge the book by its cover, and it's hard to give people the information that they need to know that this is not like just a poor project. It's like this because it's drawn by a 16-year-old, which he's not a designer. He just likes to do some drawings, and that has been our biggest problem. But ha- um, I always try to say to people to check our Discord, check our project info, see what it's about before you talk. You know, after you see what it's about, if you don't like it, well, just don't trash talk it. You know, because someone has put in the work, someone has been spending time doing that, someone has been, you know, and we have to respect it. If even if we don't like things, sometimes we have to respect it. You know, it's if I don't like, I don't buy it, but I will not trash talk it. You know, and that's basically our main difficulty. But people are who really wants to know, they go to our project info and they scroll down through our Twitter and they know what we are about.
Yeah, you just got to ignore people like that and move on. If they're going to judge something just by a quick glance of a picture, then it's kind of the person you're like don't really want in your community. Those kind of people I feel usually are just kind of looking for a quick flip, looking for the NFTs that they'll be able to, hopefully mint a rare one and just kind of quick flip into some money. But if you're that's not what NFTs always have to be about. For sure, there's going to be the rarity hunters and the floor price and all that kind of stuff that's going to come into effect and be part of what you have to work with when it comes to an NFT community. But there's not always what it's always about. Sometimes it's just about doing something really good for someone and making someone's life better. So I definitely applaud, like I said, I applaud you guys for taking this chance and taking it just kind of a chance on helping a kid that, like you said, just likes to draw. And we should, just because it's not the art that you like doesn't mean that it doesn't need to be respected and doesn't need to be showcased. People, because for every one person that doesn't like it, there's going to be 5 people that do, and that's really what matters. So I definitely can't wait to see you guys work out and work on the mint and see you guys go live. Like you said, you still got a few weeks to go, so hopefully maybe we can get another AMA in or something before your next before your actual mint and learn even more and get a little bit more alpha. Now, as far as like you said, this is going to be a complete fair mint. There's going to be no white lists. You did say though that there is free mints. So is there any spots open for free mints left? And if so, how can people get in on that?
Yes. So we don't have a whitelist because we thought that it would be more fair to just let people mint at the same time. So then we faced a problem, which was doing giveaways. Because what were we going to give away? Because we didn't have a whitelist. So we came up with that problem, and basically we thought, well, let's reserve like 70 to giveaways and to just so we can get more exposure, because that's how projects grow in Twitter. And that's what we did. We reserved 70, around 70. And basically, yeah, we still have a few. We still have, I think we still have like 14, something like that. And tomorrow we will have another giveaway. So, and you can always win free mints at our Discord, or throughout invites. Everything, we have a lot of ways. You can go to our Discord and check out the How to Mint channel. We have every information you need there. But yeah, there are still a few free mints available until our mint.
So there you go, folks. If you're listening and you want to try to get yourself in on one of those, make sure you join their Discord. Click on their Twitter here, join the links, and make sure you get in there and be part of this great community, because this is going to be something that I feel is going to be very special and is, like I said, going to do a lot of good for a young teenager, and hopefully maybe change his future for the better and push him into a life that he probably never would have had the opportunity to have before. So hopefully everyone listening has the heart that I do and sees the potential in this and gets behind it. If anyone listening actually wants to ask any questions, or maybe if Mintit wants to step up and say anything, feel free to send in a request to speak. We would love to have you up here. But I definitely am really stoked, really excited about you guys. Like I said, the art, don't listen to the people who don't like the art, because I think it looks great, especially when you learn the story behind it. I think it's, for a 16-year-old kid, I'm pushing 40 and I couldn't draw that well. So, for I won't ever say anything bad about it, because, it's better than I can do.
Trust me, neither do I can do it. You really, but yeah, thank you so much for the opportunity and for the compliments about the art. Thank you so much, man.
For sure. Definitely keep in touch with us and keep us up to date on any updates that you have. And if you guys need any promotional help or anything, feel free to shoot us a message. We're more than happy to help really great projects. So thank you very much for joining us. It was really awesome to talk to you guys today.
Thank you so much. Thank you everyone that joined as well.
So like I said, make sure you guys click on the Kadena Mushrooms profile, join their Discord, follow them on Twitter, get involved, and let's help change the life of a very lucky teenager who is a lot more talented than probably a lot of us that are listening right now, including myself. All right, so thank you very much, everyone, and have yourselves a great day.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Take care.
That wraps up another amazing AMA. Thank you for listening. Here at KPN, we strive to bring an open platform for projects being built on Kadena to present themselves to the community. Please ensure to do your own research on each project before investing. Also, make sure to follow us on our social media, from Twitter to subscribing to our weekly newsletter. All the links can be found directly on our SoundCloud profile page. Thank you very much for listening, and take care.